Hi, welcome back to Janice Converses. Today's topic is about being vulnerable. If we want great relationships, then we need to learn to be vulnerable. The assumption is that when you're vulnerable, you seem weak, but that isn't the case at all. If anything, vulnerability makes you strong and resilient. It's perfectly normal to want to shut off your emotions and stop feeling everything, especially your difficult emotions. But if you're wondering, what does it mean to be vulnerable? It's wearing your heart on your sleeve. Vulnerability is not and never will be a weakness, as it's part of being human. For instance, when you're going through a breakup, the thing that makes you strong isn't shutting off what you feel and pretending you don't have a heart. Rather, it's the ability to sit with your emotions and process every one of them. Is being vulnerable uncomfortable? Yes, without a doubt, but it's also necessary. Otherwise, you'll sacrifice a lot of great relationships and friendships along the way. Another reason why it's essential is that vulnerability makes you build great relationships with others. When you shut your feelings off, you're also shutting yourself off from so many great potential friendships and relationships with others. If you can't let others in, then how can you maintain relationships? Vulnerability does not mean oversharing and offering every detail of your life up for consumption by anyone with a head. It's about intention. There are those you hold close or want to, who are worth taking a risk for. You open up and let them know. You offer some of yourself and hope it will be received. Then there are those who you know, but who may not have earned your vulnerability. Your vulnerability still has to be earned by others to some extent, but you have to be ready to see when someone deserves it from you. Offering every detail of your life to the person behind you in the 15 items or less aisle at the grocery store can walk dangerously close to a lack of boundaries and can leave you overexposed. To become more vulnerable, you need to state what you need. And you know what? This is actually very difficult to do. Many of us don't talk about what we need with other people. Of course, if the other person still doesn't fulfill your needs, that's another problem entirely. However, your partner can't fulfill your needs properly if you don't initially state your needs. You're not being demanding by stating your needs, you're being human. We all have them, so why should you hide yours from others? So, of course, there are times to be guarded, but there are also times to be vulnerable. Life happens, really happens in the midst of our vulnerability. It's here in strength and with the greatest of courage that we ask for help. Say the first, I love you. Tell someone we miss them. Ask where we stand, feel. When we shut down our vulnerability, we shut down the possibility. Step by step, make yourself open up more to the people you trust. There will be days you'll want to retreat into your shell again and shut off what you feel, and that's okay. What matters is that you're trying your best to open up yourself to the world. A person who can make themselves vulnerable, exposing their weaknesses without any regard to what others will think, is saying to the world, I don't care what you think of me. This is who I am, and I refuse to be anyone else. If you enjoyed this video, please share with others, and I'll see you in my next one. God bless.